What's up, everybody? JBL Sports here with my sports betting picks video, NFL edition. We have made it to week number 7 of the NFL season. Let's talk about it. All right, hopefully you guys had a great week 6 of the NFL season. We definitely did. We'll go ahead and recap what we did last week. We'll get into this week, and we will keep it moving for another huge NFL Sunday. For those of you that are new to the channel, first of all, welcome. Thank you for joining me each and every time I put out a video. You guys are awesome. What I do with the NFL is I give out my best teaser options for the weekend. I give you guys 6 teaser options that you guys can use to mix and match, and you can use some of your own, of course, to mix and match. But teasers are one of my favorite ways to bet in the NFL. We've had a lot of success so far this year, and I think we are going just to continue to kill it with the teasers. So let's go ahead and do that. So let me pull up what we did last week in week number 6. And you can see our overall record, 29-7 with our teaser option so far this year, right around 80%, which is awesome. Looking to stay above that mark throughout the whole season. So we had one mishap. We went 5 out of 6, which is great. So hope you guys mix and match, did a bunch of different 2-team teasers, and you definitely would have had a lot of success. Starting with the Denver Broncos, we had the Broncos in the early overseas game. They came through for us. Not a pretty game. The Broncos just all year long have not looked that impressive, but they did get the W for us. We had the Los Angeles Rams against the Baltimore Ravens. Thought that would be more of a dominant win by the Rams. It definitely was not, but they came away with the victory there. Big loss for them. Puka Nacua is out for at least this week. We'll see how long he's going to be out. Indianapolis Colts, we've been on the Colts a lot this year. They were taking on the Arizona Cardinals at home. Cardinals played way better than expected, but the Colts came away with the victory, covering the 2.5 for us. The Las Vegas Raiders plus the 3. Not many teams I would take the Raiders against, but they did come through at home against the Tennessee Titans. Titans, one of the teams we are going to be fading every single week. Raiders plus 3 after you give them 7. Came through for us. The Green Bay Packers at home taking on the Bengals, another game that was closer than expected. Packers were never really in danger of losing that game, but Bengals were definitely coming through that back door trying to get close, but the Packers do hold on. They cover the 6.5 for us. And then we had the Detroit Lions in Sunday Night Football. So one of the reasons why I like to take either the Sunday Night Football game or the Monday Night Football game, because if all the other plays come through, then you have an opportunity to hedge. So, for example, in this particular game, you could have taken the Kansas City Chiefs on a straight bet, hoping that the Chiefs cover the straight bet and the Green Bay Packers cover the teaser spread, and then you would middle and cover both. Unfortunately, the Chiefs did come through if you did take that straight bet, but the Detroit Lions wasn't able to keep that within single digits. Got close, but the Kansas City Chiefs were a little bit too much. So that was unfortunate, but again, a great week for our teaser options, a great week of teasers. But yeah, the long shot did not come through. But we will go ahead and turn that page. We also, in that Colts game, we did have the first half Colts to cover 5.5. That one was close. Again, the Cardinals played better than expected. The Colts did win the halftime line, or I should say they were up at halftime, -4. They were leading at 4 at halftime, so the 5.5 did not come through, unfortunately. I have another play, another straight bet for you guys I'll give out towards the end of the video for those of you who do not like to do teasers. This one will not be a halftime bet. We've been doing halftime bets all year long, but let's go ahead and change it up a little bit. But before I get into this week's long shot teaser and our teaser options, I do want to mention the website jabilsportspicks.com. If you want a little extra boost to your portfolio, some extra picks each and every day, I give out NFL, of course, college football, MLB. MLB's wrapping up. Hockey, we are off to a great start in hockey. And right around the corner, you've seen NBA preseason already in action. NBA tip-off will be right around the corner, and of course college basketball right after that. So great. This is the best time to be a sports betting fan, especially after basketball starts up. So let's go ahead and move on to week number 7. Let's have another great week. I think we are going to. Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and start with the overseas game. We have another overseas game. So the same thing here. I do like taking these games because if for some reason the play does not come through, guess what? You can put in another long shot before all the other games kick off, unless it goes into overtime or something and it's just a really long game, but usually doesn't happen. So we are going to mess with the overseas. This one is going to be the Rams and the Jaguars. So I already mentioned Puka Nacua out for the Rams. Big loss for them. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, they play these overseas games every single year. They have their routine down. I expect this to be a close competitive game. So far, recent years, these games have typically trended towards lower scoring. So in those type of games, I'm going to take the points with the Jaguars. Give them 7. This is going to be a 7-point teaser. That will boost about 2 plus 10. I think the Jaguars could win this game. If not, I think they can definitely keep it within single digits. But again, remember, this is an early game. Our next teaser option is going to be the New England Patriots. Again, this is our weekly fade of the Tennessee Titans. Patriots are playing pretty good right now, both sides of the ball. Drake May is playing great right now. I expect that to continue. I think the Patriots put up too much points here for the Titans to keep up. Give me the Patriots after you give them 7 points, just needing to win here on the road. And we will come back to that game later. The Kansas City Chiefs -5. Who's playing better than the Chiefs right now? On top of that, Rashee Rice is on his way back. That will boost the offense even more. But the Kansas City Chiefs look great. They beat one of the best teams in the NFL last week in the Detroit Lions, as we mentioned already. We also know Patrick Mahomes and this Chiefs team do not like the Raiders. Raiders, still no Brock Bowers. This team just... We had them last week just because they were taking on the Titans, who are even worse than they are. But the Raiders do not look good. Chiefs are rolling. They're looking like their old selves. I expect them to continue that dominance here. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs to cover 5 at home here. Next, let's keep it moving to the Colts. We've been on the Colts more weeks than we have not been. We're on them again here. This time they're on the road taking on the Chargers. Both teams here dealing with some injuries. More so on the Chargers side of things. Chargers, all they do this season is play close games. Close one last week against the Dolphins, one that probably should have lost, could have lost, but it was a close one. We talked about the Colts last week against the Cardinals. Another close one there too as well. I expect this game to be another lower scoring type of game, close game. So like I said, in those type of games, I like to give the points to the underdog. Not really much of a home field advantage here for the Chargers. Like I said, I think this will be a close competitive game. Give me the Colts. Colts a live dog here to win this game outright. Colts +9 after you give them 7. Next, we are going to go with the Green Bay Packers. We were on the Packers last week again. A lot of similarities from last week, and why not? Most of those games came through for us. So Packers are on the road this time, taking on the Cardinals. We're going to be fading the Cardinals once again. Jacoby Brissett gets the nod again. He looked pretty good last week, taking on his former team in the Colts. I think, though, it was a 1 week type of thing. I'm not expecting another huge performance from him again. A great Packers defense. Expect them to put a lot of pressure on him. I just can't see this Cardinals team beating the Packers. Give me the Packers on the road after you give them 7, just needing to win. And then last but not least, like I said, I like to take either the Sunday night game or the Monday night game. And between those 3 options, because we do have 2 Monday night games, I am looking at the Detroit Lions on Monday night. This one is too good to pass up. Detroit Lions, we mentioned already, they lost last week to the Chiefs. This team is a team I like to take, especially coming off of a loss. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers dealing with a bunch of injuries. No Godwin, no Bucky Irving. Baker Mayfield just can't keep getting away with this every single week. He has been playing amazing despite who's been on the field for him. Looks like Mike Evans is going to make his return after missing a few weeks. Egbuka looks like he might play. He's banged up as well. But like I said, I think the injuries finally catch up with the Buccaneers this week, and I like the Detroit Lions at home to come away with the victory, getting that bounce back win at home. And that is going to wrap it up. Short and sweet. We ran through these 6 games. These are 6 teaser options that I like. I'm going to throw them all together into a long shot teaser. But I am definitely going to be doing a bunch of different 2-team teasers. That is the best way to tackle teasers in the NFL. Also, if you do have the opportunity to do 6-point teasers, it depends on what numbers you're trying to hit. You definitely want to hit some key numbers, but obviously the 6-point teaser will give you better odds. So definitely shop around. Different books give you different odds, but these are 6 teaser options that I like. You can mix and match with some of your own options and create your own monster long shot teaser. Have some fun this NFL weekend. And if you do not like to do teasers, I do have a straight bet that I am rocking with. I've already put it in myself. It is going to be the New England Patriots minus the 7. Again, this is a lot of points for a road team. New England Patriots going into the season, not a lot of high expectations for them, but like I said, they're playing better. For me, this is a momentum play. 2 teams going in opposite directions. Tennessee Titans still trying to find their way. They just do not look good right now. And the New England Patriots looking to build on that winning streak. Offensively, they're playing great. Defensively, they're solid. I think when it's all said and done, just too many points here. I like the New England Patriots to cover 7 on the road against the Tennessee Titans. And that is going to wrap it up for me for my NFL video. Again, I hope you guys have an awesome Sunday. Good luck with all of your picks. Hope you guys sweep the board out there, and I will be back soon. Good luck.